Hi everyone, welcome to this week's weekly vlog. I've just finished this fantastic book. It's by a Swedish author and it's actually about a Swedish lady who goes to a small town in America called Broken Wheel and sets up a bookshop, and it's fab. I absolutely loved it and I would highly recommend it. I'm actually going to read this one next, which somebody told me that Jane Fallon is Ricky Gervais's partner, which I didn't know, and I don't know if that makes any difference to what I'll think of the book, but it's not the sort of one I would normally read, I don't think, so I'm interested to get going with that one. As you saw from the little intro there, I've been tending to my plants this afternoon and reading. We did our walk this morning. It's Saturday today. We did, in fact, did quite a long walk this morning. It's quite hot, but we managed to get out in good time and do a good walk, and I'm just enjoying a cup of yogi tea. It looks like pond water, but it's very nice. It's ginger and lemon, and it's really got that lovely spicy kind of gingery kick. So I'm just going to have this. We had a barbecue last night, which was really nice, and we cooked some veggie burgers on it, and we've got some left over, so we're going to be having those this evening. Weigh-in yesterday. The least I say about that, I think, the better. I put on 2 pounds, which is very annoying, but you know, what can be done? I just need to keep trying. I'm going to try and vlog as much as possible this week. We've got kind of paperworky stuff to do, because I think I mentioned it in last week's vlog. We are actually, and I can't believe this, we are starting our non-lucrative visa renewal paperwork. I think it's, I can't remember the exact date when we can start, but it's next week sometime. We're actually paying somebody to do the paperwork for us. You can do it yourself, but it has to be done absolutely perfectly. Don't let Billy in the bar or Mavis on Facebook tell you any different. It has to be done absolutely perfectly, and I'd rather pay. It's actually not that bad. It's nowhere near as expensive as the first application, and for peace of mind, you know, I actually know somebody here who has had to go back to the UK because, not because they don't fit the criteria, but because their paperwork wasn't done properly. So yeah, we're very happy with the person that we use her for all of our paperwork and kind of official stuff. She's very thorough, has so far done a really good job, and yeah, so that's all good. But we have to collect some things. So for example, they want 6 months worth of bank statements, which is fine because we'll go down to Sabadell, we've got an appointment, and they'll print them all out for us, and they all have to be stamped as well by the bank, so we need to go and do that. And obviously I've got all the normal things, Spanish class, weigh-in again on next Friday, and I'm going to get my hair cut on Monday. So kind of getting stuff done that's not going to be that exciting for the vlog, but I will, you know, I'll try and take you along if we do anything, you know, nice, which I'm sure we will. But also I need to get the house all sorted, get the garden all sorted, because all of our visitors will start arriving next week, and I'm so excited for this. I feel like, you know, when you're really looking forward to something, but you don't want to wish your life away. But when it gets so close as it is now, I'm thinking, oh, please just let it be next week. I feel like that. So it's, I don't know, it's like Christmas or something. And I feel like the next few months we've got loads of things to really look forward to, and yeah, I'm feeling very grateful and, like I say, really looking forward to it. Martin and I were talking earlier about the fact that we've been here, well, we haven't been here for a year. It's actually November when we've been here for a year, but you can start your renewal process, I think it's 90 days before the actual date, if you see what I mean. And we were just saying, you know, we love it. We're really happy to be here. We're very pleased with the house, which is coming along slowly but surely. The wind just knocked the iPad. You toppled down and nearly landed in my pond water looking tea. That is nice. The wind has picked up actually, so I think I better stop rambling on and go and put this. I'm just going to hang on to it because I don't want it to fall down again. Yeah, I will try and vlog as much as I can this week and over the next few weeks, but like I say, visitors and lots of exciting things coming up. We've got a few trips as well, and you know, I'm hoping to take you all along on those as well. So yeah, lots of good stuff coming up as well, provided of course that we do get our visa. Otherwise, if not, we'll be hot footing it back to the UK. But I can't, I'm not worried, to be fair. We fit the criteria and the woman that we're using knows what she's doing. When my mum gets here, we're going to hire a car, unless by some miracle next week we get our car. So we will be going out and about a bit, which is really exciting. So you know, I will be able to vlog some bits and bobs, and hopefully it will be interesting for you. And I know some people are interested in like the visa and that kind of thing. So although I won't talk too much about it, I might mention a few bits and bobs. I did also try and crochet this afternoon, and I have to say I have crocheted one line of, I don't know what you even call it, of the very basic crochet stitch, and I know how to do the slip thing at the beginning to get it on the crochet hook, but I undid it all because I need to do that again and again and really get the hang of it. I don't feel I've quite got the hang of it. I feel like when I see some people crocheting, they're doing it very quickly and very what's the word, very confidently, whereas I wasn't. So I feel like I need to just practice and practice that. But I've been watching a few different crochet and like knitting people on YouTube, and oh my gosh, some of the stuff that they're making, amazing. I love the socks. People are knitting socks, and I think they look, there's one lady called, oh, there was a fly on me. There's one lady called there's loads of flies today, I think they're like my ginger tea, called Ali, and she's her vlogging channel is called Little Drops of Wonderful, and she's also got a crochet channel, but I really like her. I like her style of vlogging. She reads a lot as well, and I've been watching some of her things. Oh, the wind's picked up again. I must stop blathering on. I'll catch up with you later. One of my aims for this week is to really sort out the freezer and use stuff up, and I'm trying to think. Yeah, use everything up, even if it doesn't quite fit in with what I'm trying to do on my diet. I think, in all honesty, for the next sort of 3 weeks, I'm just going to go with the flow, and if I put on a bit of weight, I put on a bit of weight, you know. It's kind of, as I said earlier, it's almost like Christmas for me, because I looked really weird then. Yeah, so the aim is to use up what is in the freezer. Let me show you. Oh, that's hilarious. I've just opened the freezer and lo and behold, Martin's just popped 2 cans of beer in there. But yeah, we've got all sorts of just random bits in here. I think that's actually a bag of ice. That's some courgette, we've got fish, we've got bread rolls. That's veggie chilli. I don't know what that is. Lurking in the back somewhere, there is some chips, and I'm going to cook some of those now to go with the burgers. They're in the cupboard, you know it's for the best. I was telling our lovely friend who came round to visit us earlier, we were sat out the front, we had a lovely chat. I was just saying to her that I really want to be more organised with the food shopping and the food in general, and just not buy so much, and perhaps that will stop me eating so much, and also the cost, you know. I feel like, and this is a little bit of an excuse, but I feel like because our friend has been taking us shopping, and it's almost like, and this is really silly, it almost feels like it might be the last time that we can ever go shopping. So I've been a bit frantic and almost a bit stockpiley, and I've just ended up with some really random stuff, which I will not waste food. I hate wasting food. So I think the meals this week are going to be a bit random, and when I just said I'm not going to be bothered about my diet, I'm not going to go crazy. I do need to eat up some of the random stuff that I've bought. I'm just looking in the cupboard where you are, you know, there's like granola, and it doesn't fill me up. It's too sugary, even though it's the low in sugar one. So yeah, my plan for when the visitors have gone is to really try and condense and organise the food a bit more, and stop being so flitty and random with it. And hopefully we will have a car by then, so that will make it easier. But as I said before, tonight it's veggie burger and chips, and then we've got the rest of this bad boy to eat for puddings. Look at that. I absolutely love watermelon. I love the watermelon here, it's gorgeous. Martin actually bought that on Friday, and we had some after lunch, and it is very, very tasty. So, chips into the oven. I'm out here again, but it's Sunday now. It's actually Sunday afternoon. I think it's about 3 o'clock. We went out and did a walk again this morning. We did quite a long walk, as we've been doing, as you know. It was really good, down to the bottom, all the way around the harbour, round and back up again. And I didn't vlog it. I promise I will vlog it at some point this week, but it's quite nice sometimes to just walk and not have to carry anything. So had lunch, I had a sandwich and some watermelon. I might have even taken a picture. If I did, I will put it on the screen. And I've just been doing my homework, Duolingo, and then I was watching a couple of vlogs. I need to stop watching knitting and crochet vlogs, because now I really want to learn to knit as well, and there's just so many, some of the things that people are making are amazing. Oh, and that was the other thing, there was another lady that I was watching, and she had been to a yarn or a knitting craft fair maybe, and she'd bought a kit to do Indian block printing, which my auntie does actually, my auntie Julia, and I thought that looked amazing as well. So there's another craft to add to my ever-growing list of things that I want to try. I was talking to Martin, I think it was yesterday or whenever, and I was saying to him that I can't quite get it out of my head that I don't have to make loads of everything, because obviously when we had our Etsy shop and market stall, and we used to make bunting and aprons and tea towels and all that kind of thing, obviously to sell, that it was our job. We used to make loads of them, and I can't quite get it out of my head now that when I make something, like if I wanted to, so for example with the Indian block printing, I could just decide on one thing that I wanted to make it, and then never do it again. You can buy like kits, for example, to make like a bag or a cushion cover or something like that. But in my head, somewhere in the vague part, you know, back in my head, I'm sort of thinking, and even with the crochet and that, I'm thinking, well, I need to, you know, make 52 pairs of socks when I learn how to make them, and I'll need to make, you know, 100 Christmas decorations, and it's really hard to get out of that habit. No, I don't need to. It's like with the macrame, which I absolutely love. I keep thinking to myself, I need to make some more hangers. And then I think, but do I? Because yes, I love them, but actually right this minute I don't have any more plants to go in them. But it's almost like in my head I'm thinking, I need some more for stock. No, you don't, Emma. You do not have a market stall anymore. So, yeah. And that's really what I'm trying to make, the point I'm trying to make about this, is that it's really nice to be able to learn some new crafts just for fun. And I'm not saying that in the future I might not start up my Etsy shop again, or I don't know that I'd have a market stall, but never say never. So learning these new things is good, because you know that it might come in handy one day, but right now it's just for fun, it's just for enjoyment and for creativity. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. But anyway, what I need to do now is clean the kitchen and clean the fridge. That's my two main things that I want to get done this afternoon. So I'm going to probably put you in the kitchen cupboard and let you see what I'm up to. Well, that is a good job done, and I've even gone through the freezer again and made a list of what we're going to have for dinners, because I don't want to buy loads of food on Tuesday when I go shopping. I also found quite a lot of sort of random things in the fridge, like 2 mushrooms, quite a lot of red cabbage, 1 leek, and some mashed potato. So I'm going to do something with the red cabbage, the leek, the mashed potato, and we've got some veggie kind of things that I got, I think, from Lidl for dinner tonight with gravy. And then I'm going to make some egg bites as well with those 2 mushrooms, and I've just took some spinach and frozen peppers out to defrost. And I also remembered that we've still got some puddingy things in the freezer, so I took out 2 pieces of the carrot cake oat bake thing that I made. Yeah, so that was all quite exciting, really. Martin, do you want a cup of tea? C. Right, we're going to have a cup of tea. I'm going to read a bit of my book, and I might even watch my friend Nikki from Nikki in a Vlog. She's just uploaded, or about an hour ago I think, she's uploaded a new vlog, Temu haul. So I'm going to go and sit and watch that, and then it will be almost time to do the cooking. Just here I've cooked up some mushroom, celery, some frozen peppers and spinach and a little bit of chorizo that was all just kicking around in the fridge. And I'm just going to add some eggs into it and beat them up and a bit of seasoning. And they're going to go into the oven for the egg muffin things. And then I've got my red cabbage on the go. Well, not on the go. I've cut it up and I've cut that leek up. I'm here again and it is now Monday afternoon. I wasn't going to vlog at all today, but I just thought I would have a little chat before I go and cook the dinner. Well, I'm not really cooking the dinner. It's some chilli, veggie chilli from the freezer, and we're going to have it with tortilla crisp things and probably just a bit of sweet corn over it. Might put a bit of cheese over Martin's. I'm still not eating cheese because, touch wood, still no horrible headaches, but let's not say too much about that. I had egg, beans and, you know, the egg bite things, beans and tomato for breakfast, and then I had some rice for lunch and some mackerel, which I haven't had for ages, and I really enjoyed that. Did our long walk this morning and I popped into the china shop and I got, you know how much I love a list and a little book. Well, I got 3 little books because, and I quite like that little colour scheme. It's a bit autumnal, isn't it? I want this one for making like shopping lists and kind of food, you know, weekly menu kind of things. So I thought it would be really good to keep that all together in one book. The only problem here with the little books is they have all got squares on them. Why? If anyone knows, let me know. I don't know if it's a Chinese thing, or but you can get lined ones, but they're quite few and far between. So anyway, I'm getting used to the little squares. So that's that one. Then I wanted one just to jot down ideas and things that I need to look up and projects that I want to do with crafts, and, you know, ideas, and also things perhaps, in fact I might get another book, I'm not sure. I think this is just going to be for ideas. I might actually get like a proper lined notebook for when I'm learning my crochet so that I can write stuff down, because I'm finding that I have to keep going back to the YouTube video to sort of refresh my mind, and if I just jotted a few points down in a book, I think it might help me, but I don't know if I will do it in this one or whether this is just for ideas and things. And you know, like sometimes someone will say, oh, look up this website or look at this person. Even things like when I go to one china shop, I notice that they've got some nice yarn and then I can never find it again because I'm in the other china shop looking for it. So I can just jot stuff down. So that's going to be really handy. And last but not least, this one is for my YouTube channel and ideas and kind of schedules, and like I keep saying, I've got quite a busy time coming up. We've got some trips planned, we've got people over, we've just decided, well, not just decided, but some friends on the island have asked us to house sit, so there's lots going on, and I think I need to be a bit organised. Also, it's coming up, it won't be long, I dare I say the word, Christmas, Vlogmas, so ideas to go in this one. So yeah, I'm really going for it with the whole listing. I've also got another one of these, it's green, it's slightly bigger, where every day at the moment I'm writing down how I slept the night before, like giving it a mark out of 10. I'm writing what I eat, what I ate, what I drank, how my energy levels were, how my mood is, what exercise I've done, just a little kind of resume at the end of the day. there's a plane coming, which I'm sure you can hear. Just chat amongst yourselves for a minute. And I'm doing that because it's a very useful kind of diagnostic tool, as it were, to work out. I hate not having good energy levels. I definitely hate having those horrible headache things. I know some of it's unavoidable. I know I'm probably already in the perimenopause, if not it's on its way. So I would like to be able to do things that help any symptoms that I might get. And we used to do this a lot when I was working at Trelawn's. If a student had a particular problem that you couldn't quite put your finger on it, we used to keep very detailed logs of the things that I'm talking about. And usually then you could see a pattern. So, you know, you'd say, well, I don't know, maybe if they had a problem with behaviour and you couldn't quite pin it down. If you wrote it down for a month, you could usually then work out what it was. You know, it might have been a certain food, it might have been a certain member of staff, it might have been a certain lesson. Anyway, you see where I'm coming from. So that is what I have been doing, and I will carry on doing that. I'm going a bit, I'll probably get one in every colour of the rainbow, to be fair. Oh, I've got another one as well, haven't I, for my weigh-in, a blue one. So I just need a red one and a purple one now, and then I'll be all set up. I've finished this. I loved it. I really like her writing style. It's fairly sort of sarcastic and at times, and I found that very amusing. It's a good story. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give anything away. I liked where it was set because some of it's set in Marlow, and I love Marlow. I grew up near Marlow and I have very fond memories, so I could really picture what was going on and the park and by the river and all this kind of thing. So I really like that. It's about social media and trolls and influencers and this. Like I said, I don't want to give too much away, but it was really interesting. It was very funny. It was very serious at times. And like I say, because I have quite an emotional connection to Marlow, I felt I could really picture what was going on. I thought the characters were quite believable as well. So recommend that one. And I started this one earlier. I've only read literally maybe 10 pages, and yeah, so far so good. I think I'm going to enjoy it. I don't know how much I'm going to get read the next few weeks, but I will let you know how I'm getting on with it when or how I got on with it when I finished it. Right, dinner time. Good morning, it is Tuesday and I'm just about to go to my Spanish class. I'm not going to vlog much today because after Spanish we're going shopping, and then I need to whiz around the garden and yeah, get jobs done. So I probably won't see you until tomorrow. I can't remember what we're having for dinner tonight. I think fish. I think we've got fish in the freezer. So I might pop a little picture of that up if I remember. Also, this vlog is really, really long already. So tomorrow, though, we're going to go down to Caleta. We've got 2 appointments actually to do with the visa renewal, and I think we'll probably have lunch out and make a bit of a day of it. So I will catch up with you then. Spanish class went well. And shopping. I'm just going to get on with the gardening now and then go for a swim because it's pretty warm now. On Wednesday we decided that we were going to spend the day in Caleta, so I've taken lots of clips to show you and I'll just talk you through our day, but it might not necessarily coincide with the clips, so I apologise for that. But we started off by walking to the Atlantico because our bank is there and we had an appointment at the bank to get some bank statements printed off because you need those for your visa renewal. and they like them to be stamped by the bank. So we got all that done without any hassle. We had a lovely chat with the lady that we deal with in the bank, and then we decided to have a cup of coffee out on the island, which I think is probably my favourite place in Caleta to have coffee, because I just love sitting right by the ocean. The waves were rolling in. The coffee's very nice and not expensive. I think it's €2 and you get a little biscuit with it, which is always nice. And then after that, we walked all the way around into Caleta and dropped off the bank statements with the person that needs them so she can do our visa renewal, or start doing our visa renewal. And we then went to the Correos, and we then decided to have a spot of lunch at Cafe del Town. We had a cup of tea, which came in a teapot, which was really nice. And I had a chicken burger and a few chips, and it was really good, delicious. Then we walked back all the way back along the coast path, which was stunning today because the waves were really rolling in. It's quite windy. It's lovely and warm, but you know how much I love watching the waves, and they did not disappoint. I didn't buy anything in town, just had a look around and enjoyed being out walking in the sunshine, but because of the breeze, don't get too hot. So I just took, like I said, some clips to show you, and I hope you enjoy looking at the waves as much as I did. It's Thursday morning now, and as you can see, I've just got out of the shower. We're going to head off for our walk shortly, and I'm going to end the vlog now. I've got the first lot of visitors arriving tomorrow, so I'm very excited, and I've got lots to do today. I'm quite hopeful for weigh-in tomorrow, but I will let you know how that goes in the next vlog. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.